Well, the good news is after about 6 weeks, we're reopening Ohio and a lot of businesses coming alive out there. So we thought we would venture out and see some of the businesses. We stopped by Moo Moo Car Wash where you may want to get your car all cleaned up. Or how about your home? Are you concerned with COVID-19 that maybe it needs sanitized and cleaned? Well, we have the service that can take care of that for you. Also, you know, we've had a lot of storms in the last couple weeks. So we stopped by Brothers Roofing, one of their projects, and looked at it. And this actually had hail damage. A lot on today's show and how they are protecting the consumer against COVID-19. I'm Mike Kilburn, and we're out and about in Columbus. Well, we stopped my cousin's Army Navy store, and I gotta tell you, if you just love finding neat things and just enjoy looking around, this is absolutely a place to come and enjoy. We stopped in and looked at some new knives that just came in. They're just fantastic. And then we were thinking about, well, you know what? Ohio's starting to reopen. We're getting towards summer, and maybe you want to do some camping. Well, there's some neat things here if you're thinking about taking that camping trip. So we spent some time with JD and learned all about it. But I'm going to tell you something. You got to come in here and check this out for yourself. Well, JD, good to be back at Cousin's Army Navy store.
Grand to see you back. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter.
It sure has, for sheltering in place for the
Yes.
show. Well, you know, with that, looks like you got a whole new shipment of knives. So tell us a little bit about what you have.
We sure do. We've got all kinds of knives. We've got law enforcement knives. This is called the Border Guard. This is a Smith & Wesson product. We've got the Columbia River knife. This is a great knife. We sold a lot of these for $69.98. They're on sale right now at $29.98. Well made by Columbia River Knife and Tool, CRKT. It's got this particular one has a serration, but we have others without the serration. It's a good all-around knife. One of the things you'll note, it's a lot like a camping knife. These are fixed blades, and this is a similar size to a fixed blade. So you've got a similar size knife. It's perfect for camping, and yet you have the convenience of a folder.
Yeah, I always like that clip, so you can kind of clip them in your pocket.
A lot of people do.
You always have it, you know.
A lot of people do like that. But it's a great knife for the money. This is Ontario knife. Ontario is like the parent company for K-Bar. A lot of people know the K-Bar knives. You're looking at a little more money. But your fixed blade knives, we have knives that start at $5 and or maybe even $2 and go all the way up to, we can get them for $1,000. Got a lot of other things here for camping. We got your machetes and your sheaths for your machetes and so on. We got some kitchen knives for once you get your fish when you're out camping.
That's for sure.
Get your fish, your shovels, your picks, whatever you need. We got a lot of that kind of stuff here.
You know, JD, it's always fun just to come here and just look around. It's always something new.
There's always something new for us, too. We never know what we're going to find around here.
Well, you know, as we're moving into spring and summer, or we're actually in spring, but moving into summer, a lot of people like to camp. And you've got just such a neat array of camping stuff. Let's go back and take a look at some of that.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, JD, the thing that I noticed from the last time I was here, you have a lot more stuff. This is really filled in from what I remember.
Sure is. We've got all kinds of stuff. We've got a nice line of compasses. We've got your even a camp shower and a camp toilet over here. This thing is a neat little thing. Compact camp stove. Sets up on legs, is about waist high when you get it set up, and you can actually modify this so that it sits flat and you can put your coffee pot or your can of beans and cook them up on there.
Yeah, I mean, to go out camping, the stuff you have here, you're all set. You're all set to survive out there.
We have a lot of things, several different ways to handle your hydration. We got your hydration carriers that were made popular by the military. Of course, your old military canteens as well, and some canteen carriers. We also have your water filtration, which we have some more up front, your life straws, your water filtration pills. We've got this is a larger filtration unit that's designed, it's a pump through that's designed to handle larger amounts. If you wanted to fill up one of these large water things, we've got another
And what's the
10
clean,
liter.
the clean water down there, the packets?
These are just packets of water.
Okay.
They run about $1 a piece, and you can have a
So emergency drinking water.
emergency drinking water. As you exit, you'll see the old way they used to do it. In the civil defense, we've got some old antique civil defense barrels up there that has all that kind of stuff in it.
That's neat. Well, we're gonna leave it there. I got to tell you, JD, it's always fun to come down. It's always fun to see what you have. Give us some contact information, your hours, when people can find you, because it's just fun just to come in and look around.
Well, we're here 10 to 7 every day except for Sunday. Sunday, it's noon to 5. We are an essential business, so we have been open throughout this whole thing, and we will continue to be open, supplying our first responders and our military with uniforms and so on. We're found on the web at cousinsarmynavy.com, and our phone number is 614-291-2000.
Absolutely, and a lot of people remember from when you're on the campus, and you're not too far away from there. But
we're
come out and see
exactly 10 blocks north.
Fantastic.
All right.
JD, good seeing you again.
Thank you.
Would you like your business to make an appearance on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
Well, spring turns into summer. It's a great time to get that car cleaned up, and Moo Moo Car Wash is definitely a place that you want to go. They have definitely taken the steps necessary with the COVID-19 response. They're taking care of their customers, and it's a great deal to get one of the monthly passes here. We talked to John Roush. He told us more, and especially about how they're a great community partner in these tough times. Well, John, good to see you in Moo Moo Car Wash. A bright, sunshiny day. It's time to get the car wash.
Good to see you from 6 feet away.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking of 6 foot away, you know, the reason I called you was because I was going by the one on Sawmill Road, and I saw clean, safe, and open. And that reminded me, you know, in these times right now, people don't know whether you're open, whether you're closed, what you're doing. Tell us what you're doing for social distancing and for the COVID response.
Well, we've been blessed to be able to be open. That's been great. We have a lot of friends and other businesses that haven't been open, so we are really grateful to be open and provide a really good service to our customers. Clean the outside of the car, be able to clean the inside of the car with sanitation wipes. I mean, really important. So we've done a million things in preparation for this, but today we've gotten our vacuums open. You can see we're staying in a every other vac open space here. Extra sanitation logs and extra sanitation hand sanitizer in the at the kiosk here out the vacuum areas. So we're taking a lot of precautions to make sure that we're safe, our customers are safe, our staff is safe. It's been a trying time, but we just couldn't be more blessed to be open.
Yeah, we understand you wanted to make sure that everybody was safe and everything was good here at the car wash, so that's great stuff. And I think you're doing a great job. I know I see the one on Sawmill Road every day as I go by. Let's talk a little bit about, now that we're getting into the spring and summertime, what is it like in terms of getting a monthly pass to get my car washed?
Now better than ever. The monthly passes are really good because they're totally contactless payment. You pull up to the kiosk, your tag gets read, the gate goes open, you go through, you don't have to touch anything. So it's really nice if you're concerned about touching, kiosks or screens or credit cards or cash. So that's a really nice extra bonus to that. We're also opening a unlimited lane only in all of our locations. We'll have that out in about the next 30 days. So they'll have their own lane even too to stay in.
Now, what does a monthly pass cost?
So we have a $15.99 start, really great basic wash, up to our creme de la creme, which is everything we have. Our $18 wash is $32.99 unlimited. You can't beat it. So use it twice a month. It pays for itself.
Yeah, everybody ought to be doing that. That's a great deal.
It's the most popular thing we sell. And you can use it in any of our locations. There's no contractor commitment. Just sign up. If you don't use it or you don't feel like it's a great value, you're welcome to change or cancel, go back to retail. So it's a really easy deal.
Yeah. Well, I understand, as usual, you're a great partner in the community, and you've been doing some things with the COVID response. Tell us what you've been doing, John.
So part of our reopening, we wanted to make sure we were giving back to the community and helping out around here. So in the last month, we've donated about 8,300 car washes, 8,300 car washes, and a couple $1,000s to real local charities to make sure people are getting fed and can survive through this. So we've used the power of the car wash and being able to give some washes away, take some donations. We've matched some to give back, and we're not done. We're going to keep going with this. We've done this our whole life. Big thing I've always believed in.
How many locations in Central Ohio? You know, it seems like every time I turn around, there's another Moo Moo Car Wash popping up.
17 washing today, so you can check those out at moomoocarwash.com. We're open normal hours, 7 to 8, Monday through Saturday, and 9 to 6 on Sundays. We do open the first hour for our at-risk customers, so we're asking only our seniors and anybody that's got at-risk to take that first hour, take advantage of that. So try to help them feel more comfortable coming in early.
Fantastic. Moo Moo doing a great job in the community. Thanks much, John, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Like the Out and About Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news on upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Ever since the shelter-in-place orders have come out, there was a lot of warnings from doctors and politicians about some other problems that may be presented, such as people being afraid to come back out from this, or depression, or domestic quarrels, or things like that. But we stopped by Open Arms Counseling to learn about the things that they've been dealing with while we have been sheltering in place, and as the economy starts to reopen, some of the challenges that are out there. Ann Hurst told us more. Well, Ann, good to be back at Open Arms Counseling. Last time we were here, we were just starting into what we now know, the coronavirus and the shelter-in-place rules that have been out there. So I'm assuming you've been pretty busy with all that. And so I want to visit today and ask you about a couple situations that I've seen, that I've encountered.
Absolutely. We have been very, very busy, especially with shelter in place or stay at home and people in close quarters with each other for long periods of time.
Yeah. Well, starting off with, I see a lot of people wearing masks today when they're out in public. And they seem either annoyed or aggravated with those of us who are not wearing masks in public. What's your response to that?
What I'm telling people is to take the precautions to make yourself feel safe in the world around the coronavirus and other people. And everybody knows their own level of precaution that they need. And remember that the other people are not wearing masks just to make you sick or to be angry at you or to they're just coming from a different perspective.
Another problem that I'm seeing now as Ohio starts to reopen is a lot of folks are, I think they've been scared by all the media, by the misinformation, they don't even want to go outside. Are you getting a lot of people that are like, I don't want to venture out?
There are two different sides of it. There's some people that I don't want to venture out. I'm afraid to go out. I'm afraid to go back to a restaurant. I'm afraid to be in public again. And then you have the other side of people who are just tired of staying at home and saying that they believe that this has gone a little bit above and beyond, and they just want to go back to work. They want to be able to pay their bills. They're worried about their finances. And somewhere in the middle, there's got to be some sort of compromise.
Yeah. And I would assume on top of all that, with as many people that have lost their jobs, I think we're approaching 15% unemployment in this country. Now you got people worried about their finances. Yes. And that's also got to be a concern, and people coming to you with that as well, right?
It's a huge concern right now. People worried about their finances, worried about if they're going to have a job when they go back. A number of restaurants are closing down permanently. And so that's a huge concern. It's heightened anxiety and depression. And I believe there's a rising number of fighting among families. I won't even just say couples, families themselves who have been in close quarters for so long with heightened anxiety, more worries.
Well, in my other career as a police officer, I'm seeing an uptick in domestic violence, depression, drug usage, drug overdoses, things like that. And I'm sure you're seeing those kinds of things as well.
Yeah, and it's too bad that there are so many stories of people coming along being heroes during this period of time. Unfortunately, there's also stories of people turning to coping mechanisms that just are not healthy.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, if people need help, how do they get it here? What do you do? Is it telemed type system?
Yes, we are still on telehealth until the end of May at least.
Okay.
And you can see your counselor from the safety of your own home. You just give us a call to set up a first appointment. It's 614-625-7183, or go to our website, which is openarmscounseling.com. You can make an appointment, and when it's time for your session, your therapist will send you a link and you'll be able to link up and do a video session.
Yeah, certainly makes sense, and there's a lot of people who's going to need that help, no question about it. Ann, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content.
We stopped by one of Brothers Roofing's quality roofing jobs here in the Worthington area to check out how they were taking care of this. This was a roof that had some hail damage, and with all the storms that we've had come through here in the last couple of weeks, you may be surprised to find out you have damage to your roof. We talked to Bill Smith, and he told us more. Well, Bill, good to have you and Brothers Roofing back on the show again.
Good to see you, my friend.
So you got a project going on behind us. Was there anything unique about this one?
Well, it's a little bit spring-like, and we've had a lot of hail damage up here. That's exactly how this job started. Homeowner experienced a hailstorm, called their insurance company, came out, bought them a roof. We're here to put it on.
Now, does the insurance company do the inspection and then?
Yes, I'm here with them to aid in that process. It's our job to help uncover as much damage as we can, so we can get the insurance company to buy them a roof. That's exactly what happened here.
Well, this might be a dumb question, but how do I know whether or not I have hail damage? Because we just had some hail the other day here.
You really don't until you call somebody like me out, or one of our guys, to take a look at the roof, and then we go ahead, work with the insurance company and the homeowner to make sure that's taken care of.
Yeah. Well, you know, it seems like in recent times, in the last couple of weeks, we've seen some pretty good storms come through. We've seen some hail come through. We've had everything from snow to hail to you name it, in May. It's unbelievable. So what's your advice to people if they think they've got a problem?
If they're even suspect to any sort of an issue with their home, pick up the phone, give us a call, or look us up online, brothersroofingconstruction.com. Be happy to send one of our guys out, take a look at their roof. We can find out if they've got a viable insurance claim and go from there.
Yeah. Now you said you saw a house today that the shingles that actually rolled up. Was that from wind?
Yes, it was. That was not hail. That was wind out in Licking County. This was a tremendous windstorm that went through on Sunday, and it just tore these homes up all over the place, and we were there to help.
Yeah. Again, is that an insurance situation?
That one was, yes.
Fantastic. Well, one of the things that a lot of people are worried about now is COVID-19, obviously, and I know you do a lot of estimates. You work a lot with a lot of people. You're out here in the field. What are you doing to protect that consumer?
Typically, we stay outdoors. Occasionally, we're inside to meet with the folks, then everybody puts on their mask. But when you're outdoors and you're maintaining 8, 10, 12 feet, we've got a breeze blowing, we feel perfectly safe. The homeowner feels comfortable, and we take it from there.
Yeah. One of the things, a lot of businesses have really taken a dump over this bad economy that we've hit here with COVID-19. You're still around.
We are. We're one of the few companies that has survived this, and we're going strong, and we want to be here to help the consumer, and we're offering assistance in any way that we can. Sometimes it's as simple as pulling a stump out of somebody's front yard who just needs a hand.
One of the things that I noticed that you said on your advertising, you've said we don't cut corners. What does that mean exactly? What does that mean to the consumer?
We don't want any shortcuts on our jobs. We do it by the book, per the manufacturer's specifications, per Ohio State building codes. We don't want anything coming back on us or the homeowner that would say, we've got to do it again. That's just not the right way to handle business, certainly not the right way to handle the consumer. We want it to be correct.
Yeah. Well, it's great information. Bill, how do people get a hold of you now? Of course, like I said, with all the storm damage and all the storms we've had come through, I'm sure people are going to want to get their roofs checked out and find out they have a problem.
Right. It's best just to go online and look us up, brothersroofingconstruction.com. Give us a call.
Fantastic. Bill, thanks so much. Great information.
Sir, it's a pleasure.
Now you can join in on all the fun with Out and About Columbus on social media. Grab your mobile device to keep up with where we are in Central Ohio. Make sure to follow us on all of our platforms for everything you need.
We stopped by Elite Home Cleaners and talked to Rosemary about getting your house clean and sanitized. And it's more important than ever. If you're like me and you're watching television and seeing where some of these infections are coming from, they're actually coming from the home, it looks like, the majority of the time. So it's now more important than ever to get that home sanitized and clean. Rosemary told us more about their process and how they'll take care of your home. Rosemary, welcome to Out and About Columbus. Glad to have you back on the show. You
Thank
Elite
you.
Cleaning.
Thank you.
Well, you, like us, were closed for about 6 weeks and have just recently reopened. So is anything different?
A lot's different. Now more than ever, we're really cleaning for health rather than just to make a home look nice. We started off with a full day of training for our technicians in-house, and we introduced a new hospital-grade disinfectant and taught them how to properly use it. More than ever, we have to focus on health and keeping our clients and our technicians safe.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit off camera, and I would say a lot of people were concerned, and one of the recent surveys that I had seen was saying that about 70% of the people were getting infected in their home from coronavirus. So that sure makes it doubly meaningful to get the house clean and get it disinfected. So speaking of that, is there a way to use a disinfectant?
There's a very precise way to use a disinfectant. First of all, you need to read the manufacturer's label and make sure you understand the dwell time for the particular germ you're trying to sanitize. And then we have what's called the rule of 3, and it's very important that you follow this process. First, you have to clean the surface. Then you need to spray and stay. So step 2 is spray and stay. You need to have the product stay on the surface for the amount of time listed as the dwell time on that product. And then third, you need to use a clean towel. And it's very important, you can't take a towel and just clean a whole room. You have to use one surface at a time and keep changing the surface of your towel. Otherwise, you're just spreading the germs throughout your house.
All right. So then is it truly disinfected?
No, it's actually not disinfected. According to the CDC, disinfection requires that you kill 100% or almost 100% of the germs on a surface. At this point, the surface is sanitized, and what that means is the germs are reduced to a level that's safe for human health.
Now, I've heard a lot about it doesn't hold up well, like in chlorine or Clorox, those kinds of things. That it only can survive like a minute in that. Have you heard anything to that effect?
Yes, it's very easy germ to kill. It's very easy. Our product, it takes 1 minute for the dwell time. So if you're wiping a doorknob or light switch, the surface just needs to be clean first, and then the surface needs to stay wet for 1 minute, and we'll kill the coronavirus.
Yeah. Do you recommend certain areas of a home to be cleaned, or is it, if you're going to come in and disinfect the home, is it, we're going to be there, we're going to get every room, or how do you do that?
It's all the high-touch areas. So starting first and foremost with the doorknobs going in and out of your home, the garage door opener, all of those things that you would touch before you get in your home and wash your hands. But then in your home, they say one of the most dirty things is your television remote, all your doorknobs, light switches, lamp switches, and of course, we don't do it, but you should always clean your cell phone. They say your cell phone has more germs on it than a toilet seat.
Yeah. I recently saw where Apple said you could actually use a Clorox wipe on them to clean the screen, the face of them. So you're exactly right. I've heard that same exact thing. Well, Rosemary, give us some contact information. I know folks are dying to get that place cleaned up, get it disinfected, and take away from some of the concerns there of COVID-19.
So we are Elite Home Cleaners, and you can reach us at elitehomecleaners.com, or our phone number is 614-854-9100.
Rosemary, thanks so much for being on the show. Great information.
Thank you, Mike.
Would you like your business to make an appearance on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
Well, we stopped by Heart of Ohio Family Health Center to learn about how they are testing for COVID-19. I know there's been a lot of confusion out there as to whether you needed to get like a telemed referral before you could get a test. That's not the case here at Heart of Ohio. We learned all about it from Dr. Mohammed. Dr. Mohammed, so good to have us out, to come out and see one of the testing centers and one of the testing sites that are here. And we're anxious to learn about this because we're hearing so much in the media today about you know, there's not enough testing available, that kind of thing. And I know you guys have just won a big award, and you're going to be doing a lot of testing here. So talk about that with our audience a little bit.
Absolutely. So we receive funding from HRSA, that's the federal award that we receive, to provide testing to our patient in the community. So we are wrapping up to increase our testing capability to test anybody who want to get tested in our community.
I think one of the things that you hear out there right now is the only way that I can actually get a test or find out if I've had it is I have to go on telemed or one of those services and have a doctor then refer me to a test. Not the case here, right?
No, not the case here. I mean, you can call our phone line to schedule an appointment, 614-235-5555, and then, you take your demographic information, you can come in here and get tested. And if you want some of the services that we provide to, because we are a primary care environment, and we can see you for your physical, for your diabetes, pregnant, we can see you, behavioral health, you have a substance use disorder, we can actually see you too. So you can establish care here on top of the testing that you will have as well.
Yeah. So what is the test? What do you go through literally to get the test?
I mean, currently the tool that we use an external lab called the LabCore. So there's a swab that our staff, the nurse or physician, will actually poke through your nose to go a little bit deeper, and then get your nasopharyngeal swabbing over there, and then put it in the test tube, and then we ship it to the laboratory to go and analyze. So it's a little discomfort, but that is the test that we have right now.
Now, is it the same for if you just want to find out if you've had it? Is it the same test?
Yes, if you want to have that, if you have it, it's the same test. So there is an antigen testing and antibody testing. So the antigen testing is the test whether you have it. The antibody testing is the test that when you have had it, your body has actually show an immunity, so that one too could be fine out.
Yeah, there was a lot of conversation about that immunity. What is your take on it?
My take on the immunity is that it's still a big unknown. It's still a big unknown. This is a new virus that we don't know a lot about yet right now. So we're not sure whether when you're exposed, you can get an exposure secondary. And so we are hearing very, very recently from where this virus started in Wuhan, China. There are some few people that have had some kind of positivity after they've tested positive, like in March. That's 2 months ago. So what does that mean? So we are not sure about this virus at all, the coronavirus. So we will actually be cautious as well, but definitely in the past, we know that when you're exposed to a particular virus, you are immune to that, and then you don't get the same virus again. But for this COVID-19, we are not very, very certain about what that means.
So Dr. Mohammed, what's your take of reopening Ohio amidst this COVID-19 virus?
Right, so my take on reopening Ohio is, I support exactly what our governor is doing, and Dr. Amy Akin, they are really giving us a good guidance about how to do this opening, and I support that. So when we open, we have to do it cautiously, like wearing a face mask when you go to a business, social distancing like we're having right now, 6 feet apart. So definitely, and so that the business part of the society too will come in, as well as the healthcare environment.
Well, Dr. Mohammed, where can we learn more and come and get a test to find out whether if we've had it or if we do have it right now?
Absolutely. So, you can go to our website as heartofohiofamilyhealth.org, heartofohiofamilyhealth.org, or call our number 614-235-5555 to talk to any of our customer service and to get an appointment to get your test.
How quickly can we get the results?
Right now, we're running between 2 to 4 days.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.